Good day, Henry. Good day.
Would you know of any way I could earn a bit of coin around here?
As it happens, I was just going to tell you about a job.
So, tell me.
Now and again, the fisherman from Talmberg comes around here with some game to sell. There's more and more poaching going on there, and they're always looking for new people, if you're interested.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Then find a fellow in Talmberg who goes by the name of Black Lukesh. I think he lives on the hill above the castle. And tell him I sent you.
Thanks.
Have you heard about anything interesting going on lately?
Just some talk about lost sheep and indecent wenches. Probably nothing to interest you.
Maybe later. I was thinking of something more in the line of work opportunities.
I don't really have anything specific right now, but I did hear about something interesting from one of your neighbors.
Who?
I don't know his name, but he was about as old as you. He said his family owned the Skalitz tavern.
Young Adam, then. And the interesting part?
He decided he wanted to go back home, see the damage and so on. And someone looted it right in front of his nose.
I know. I've met those scavengers before. It's not that interesting, just sad, really.
Well, it certainly isn't Christian. But the thing is, they were hiding money in that cellar of theirs.
I wouldn't count on it. The looters probably spent all of it by now if he crawled into the right tavern. And anyway, I'm sure they didn't exactly have the royal treasure hidden there.
This Adam said it was enough to fix a whole cottage, or to go exploring the world.
All right, but it still seems shady. And you haven't really given me much to go on.
Maybe, but I don't have anything better. Why don't you find him and ask him and see where it leads you?
And did he say where he was going?
He said he's going to Ratai, that he has some arrangements there.
It won't be easy to find him. Ratai's a little overcrowded nowadays.
Then you'll have to ask someone, won't you? Bloody hell. Do you want me to hold your hand while you do it?
I'll be on my way then.
Go. And ask him when you see him. Maybe you'll think of something. Goodbye.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Do you know where I can find the young innkeeper?
Adam, he's either tottering around the tavern or hanging around the horses. You know him.
Yes. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
Good day to you. What do you need?
You went to Skalitz on your own, didn't you? That took guts.
Not really. It took me a while before I could work up the courage.
That was sensible of you. I went back straight away, and I almost got killed.
I know. I heard. That's part of the reason I was so nervous.
And how did it go? Did you do everything you wanted?
There wasn't anything to do. Someone already did it before me. I wasn't even able to catch that thieving bastard.
What thief?
Some shady-looking character. Whole face smeared with soot. He shot out of the basement as soon as I went by and ran away with his loot. I got such a scare. I didn't think about running after him, and he stole absolutely everything. Even our new kettle.
What did he look like?
I didn't get a good look at him. He was covered in soot, and his sack of loot was so full, he had the kettle tied to it on the outside. It was gleaming.
A sooty man, a big sack, and a new kettle. Of course, he could clean himself up and throw away the sack. Maybe it was a devil. Or a charcoal burner.
You know, it really could have been a charcoal burner. That sack definitely looked like a charcoal burner's sack, and there are a lot of those around Rovna, so he wouldn't have far to go.
What was it he took from your place?
I don't know. My father told me never to talk about it.
What harm is there in telling me now? I can't steal it. Someone got there before me.
That's true. My father hid some money and valuables there. There was a jeweled cross he wanted to give Bianca as a dowry.
What did the cross look like?
Why do you ask?
Well, if I saw it somewhere...
What? You want to look for it?
Well, like I said, if I see it or hear something about it, we'll see.
That would be so kind. I've nothing left. If I had that cross, at least I'd have something to remember them all by. The cross itself was silver, and it had a small red ruby in the middle, like a heart, and it was hanging on a red string.
Wait a moment. It isn't this one, is it?
That's it! Where did you find it, Hal?
I'm not even sure. I just got it from somewhere.
Of course, of course. I'd love to give you something in exchange, but I don't have anything.
That's all right. It belongs to you. I don't want it.
Henry, you're a real saint. I'll be forever grateful to you.
We were neighbours. We are neighbours, and we have to help one another. If we don't, who will?
God bless you, Hal. Really. Good luck to you.
I'm honoured that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Have you been to Skalitz lately?
Skalitz? I thought that place burned down to the ground. What would I be doing there?
Someone there saw a charcoal burner rooting through the burned-out buildings.
Well, if you know who it was, then why have you come to me?
I don't know who it was, just that it was a charcoal burner.
And how do you know that? Because he was grubby from ash in the middle of a town full of ash?
No, because he had a charcoal burner's sack.
And that's your evidence? Anyone can get that. There's plenty lying around a forge, and there's a lot of people wandering around there.
Trying to throw the blame on someone else, are you? Forget it. You're gonna get what's coming to you, you thieving bastard.
No, I don't know who did it, but it wasn't me. I'm innocent, I swear.
If you only stop lying. I can see it in your eyes. You did something, and I'll get it out of you.
Please, no, I didn't do anything. I just found it. It must have fallen from someone else's sack, but I wasn't in Skalitz and I didn't loot anything.
A likely story. Though, if you had a sudden attack of conscience and gave it to me, I might just believe you didn't do anything wrong.
Here it is. Everything I have. Take it and leave me be. I didn't do anything wrong. Take care now.
My respects to you.
Have you been to Skalitz lately?
What would I be doing there? Everything burnt down.
Someone saw a charcoal burner rooting around there.
And how does anyone know it was a charcoal burner? I'd like to know.
Well, they said he had a charcoal sack and...
Sacks aren't hard to come by. Especially around Skalitz. Anyone could have one.
Including the guilty man.
Or maybe it wasn't me, and you're looking for someone else.
If you don't confess right now, you'll be eating ash too. They saw a man with this sack, and I don't have a problem beating it out of you.
Look, I really wasn't there. Even if you beat me, or let them take me away in chains, I'm still not the person you're looking for.
Fine then. But if anyone catches you trying to loot Skalitz...
They won't. I've never done it before, so I'm not going to start now. May the Lord watch over you.
Good health to you.
Have you been to Skalitz lately?
Not since I ran away from there. Why do you ask?
Because someone saw you wandering around the houses there, poking around.
That's ridiculous. Like I said, I haven't been back since that horrible day.
If you don't tell me what I want to know, I'll make you regret it.
Jesus Christ, all right. I was there. But I came late. The good stuff had already been taken, and I didn't want to go poking around.
Carry on.
It was... Look, this is the rest of what I found. I don't want it. Just take it. Give it to the needy. Whatever you want. Farewell.
Jesus Christ be praised.
You know, I happened to run into that charcoal burner we were talking about. But,
But what?
I got something, but I doubt it was everything.
There was definitely more. But this is still better than nothing. Thank you. How much do I owe you?
I had a few helpers, so if you could spare something for them too.
How many of you were there?
There were 4 of us altogether.
So many. That's a whole company. But all of you deserve something. God be with you.
God, what will happen to my family?
Greetings, Henry.
You wouldn't happen to know what Fritz and Matthew did here, would you?
Don't even talk to me about that. They weren't badly injured compared to most of the others here, and after lying in bed for a while, they got bored. So they started drinking. I'm trying to help people in dire need, and the 2 of them are drinking with that cretin Elias.
They always have been thoughtless, but at least they were punished for it. Who is this Elias, anyway?
One of the ordinal monks who helps out here. He was the one who brought the booze. All 3 of them got friendly pretty fast. You know what they say about birds of a feather.
And do you know what got between them?
I don't have a clue. One minute they're the best friends in the world, and then a lot of yelling and furniture flying around. They threw Fritz and Matthew out straight afterwards.
What kind of person is this Elias?
A timid kind of fellow.
And why is he being so hard on Fritz and Matthew? They're drowning in debt because of him, and it seems all they had was a small fight.
I don't know. He was the one who wanted to befriend them in the first place. I don't believe it's because of any property damage they did. It's got more to do with wounded pride.
Thank you. That's all I need.
God be with you.
I heard you had a fight with Fritz and Matthew.
Heathens.
So it was you they fought with?
Yes, it was me. And I hope I'll never have to see those wastrels again.
They deserve to be ousted, but the debt? How are they ever going to pay it?
I really don't care. Let them live in penury. Brutes.
Isn't that a little unchristian? You wouldn't want personal spite to ruin their lives, would you?
Well, those were just idle threats, really. If they come and apologize, there's always a possibility of forgiveness. God be with you.
Henry! Stop
Got
by
it
and
for
see
you
me when
right
you got
here.
time.
Jesus, what have you been up to?
My pleasure.
About your...
With Elias? Talk to Fred.
So, what are you scheming up this time?
Well, we've got this idea. You might have heard there's coin coming to the Talmberg quarry to pay the workers their overdue wages.
Bring me something to eat.
I haven't heard anything about it.
They owe them for a quarter of a year. And there's a lot of quarrymen in that quarry.
But it's bound to be well guarded, isn't it?
Maybe not, if we time it right.
And why aren't we talking about it with Andrew?
Andrew hasn't got the balls for it. He sent us to hell.
He did? How come?
I don't know. He just said he won't do it.
Ale as usual.
Andrew's not interested. Is it that dangerous? Look, if I'm going to do this, I want to know everything.
It's close to Talmberg, so if we mess something up, we could have problems. But what a pile of silver.
Well, those people work for Sigismund.
Yeah, for Sigismund.
But I know Quarrymaster Rupert.
One ale, please.
Those people don't work for Sigismund.
No, they don't.
And you think it's all right? Is that what we are now? Common thieves?
What do you want me to tell you? Take a good fucking look at us. You're all right, but we're up to our necks in shit.
But a thing like this...
Do you think we're any better off now than we were in Sasau, on our last legs at the tavern?
No, I suppose not.
So you understand? Ever since Skalitz, everything's been going to hell. Why should we have to pay the price for that?
Was it for you, right?
To hell with the fucking quarrymen!
I'm in.
Wonderful. But before we get to work, we have to find out more. We are gonna go and take a sly look at that quarry. Meanwhile, you go to Talmberg and find out when they're bringing the coin. Try to find out who's gonna be guarding it. Even better, if you could make it so there's as few guards as possible, well, you know, I wouldn't be upset at all. God be with you.
Greetings.
Matthew told me about his plan.
That bollocks with the quarry? What the hell is he thinking?
You didn't like the sound of it?
No, it's too big and too much in plain sight. If the slightest thing went wrong, it'd all be fucked. And me and you too, mind, if we had anything to do with it.
But it's the money owed to the quarrymen for a full quarter year's work. Isn't it worth it?
No, it ain't worth the risk. Why take that chance? For the love of God.
Well, Matthew feels like he has no other way to make money.
It's not my fault Matthew's useless. That's his problem.
So what do you propose? Matthew and Fritz have made their minds up.
You need to tell the commander of the Talmberg garrison that a robbery is in the making. Have him send his best men. When those two fools see how many soldiers there are, with any luck, they'll give up on the idea.
But what if they still decide to go for it?
Aye? Well, then they'll be in for a very tough time of it.
They're my old mates. You're asking too much of me.
I know. But look at what they're trying to do, for Christ's sake. Those quarrymen are honest folk who never did nothing to no one.
Hey, how'd you get so fucked up?
Coming.
About your brawl with Elias. Your best friend settled the matter.
You're serious?
Absolutely. All you have to do is go to him and promise you'll pay the debt somehow.
We won't forget this. On my honor. Thanks.
So how do I make sure they cut down the number of guards when they transport the money?
Easy. Make a right ruckus.
A ruckus?
Ruckus? Hubbub. Bedlam. I mean, just give someone around Talmberg a punch in the mouth. Start a brawl. Or steal something valuable.
And that'll help.
Of course. The townsfolk will be furious. They'll start clamouring for more guards in the town. Take my word for it. 9 times out of 10, punching someone in the gob is the best solution.
Do you have any other ideas?
Well, most guards, especially the ones in charge, are lazy fuckers. If you could figure out a way to get rid of their horses, I'd bet at least a few of them won't go anywhere.
Thanks.
What a pleasure. I'm sure there's some other tricks you could try. Well, that's all I can think of.
Look, I talked to Andrew about the quarry.
Don't even mention that fucker's name.
But the thing is, he's planning something.
I don't give a fuck what he's planning. He's a louse. A useless good for nothing. Goodbye.
Got it for you right here.
Jesus, what have you been up to?
Andrew wants to betray you.
What?
He wanted me to go to Talmberg and tell Captain Robard about the robbery.
That horseman wants to get us killed? I'll cut him in two.
Hold your horses. That'll get you nowhere. Use your head, damn it.
That swine! That fucking swine!
Good neighbors. God bless them.
What if we lay the blame on him?
Enjoy it.
What have you got in mind?
They have to carry the money in a sack, don't they? What if I took the empty sack and hid it in Andrew's tavern? And then, instead of snitching on you like he wants, I tell Captain Robard he was behind it.
Fuck hell! That's devious! That's ingenious! That bastard would end up hanging by his own rope.
Then it's a deal. Once we get the money, I'll hide the sack somewhere here in the inn. How am I actually supposed to do it?
Do what?
How am I supposed to find out when they're bringing the coin in?
You're pretty well known around these parts, aren't you? You'll find a way.
Agreed then.
Very well. Take care.
God be with you.
I have some trophies.
Show me. So many. My lad, you're like the smiting right hand of God.
I'm carrying a message from Sir Radzik. He's asking about the patrols in the next few days around Skalitz.
What? Why?
All I know is there's word that another enemy supply train is being sent into the region.
I see. That's a nuisance. I need a watch company elsewhere.
Where? Has there been more trouble?
No, it's just that Sir Divish is going to send payment to the quarrymen.
An entire company? Are you expecting a robbery? Isn't protection against the Cumans more important?
Well, maybe they can manage with a few less men.
God save you, good knight. What can I do for you?
You look like you swallowed a wasp, Master Groom. What's going on?
I should think so. I have 3 horses with a fucking colic.
Well, that's not such a tragedy. You need to keep the horses warm and rub them down with straw, especially the belly and flanks. That'll help settle the stomach. Give them clean water, change the straw often, and leave them enough room to roll around if they want to. And walk them round now and again, but let them go at their own pace. Don't push them. Keep that up for a week and they'll be good as gold.
My word. I've been handling horses for years, but I never heard about rubbing them with straw for colic. Thanks for the help. I'm known in all the stables around here, and I'll be telling them about you too. The thing is, Sir Robard wants 4 horses for the train to the quarry, and they won't be fit by then. Certainly not this one here.
The quarry? What's going on there?
I don't know, but a guarded train like that, they must be carrying something valuable.
When do they need the horses?
There's still some time. They're supposed to be there in 5 days at noon.
What about some help from someone else?
You mean from that old hag who lives in the woods? I'm not so foolish as to believe in spells.
It's not about spells. She can try to make a herbal concoction. I know something about herbs, and I'll make sure she doesn't put anything in it that would be bad for the horses.
All right, then. Let's see what the old hag comes up with. God be with you.
God be with you. What can I do for you?
You wouldn't happen to know a remedy for horse colic?
Of course. Who do you need it for?
The groom at Talmberg is having problems.
That wretch? I won't move a finger for him. I'd rather poison those horses of his.
What did he do to you?
Threatened me with a whipping, the lout. And all because I suggested I could take better care of those horses than him, which is only the God's honest truth.
Oh, come now. You said you cared about those horses, and now you won't help them because of some grudge.
Well, fine. You just need to brew a digestive potion and give it to them 3 times a day in small doses.
What? I thought you could just give it all at once.
Aye, to a man. But it's different with horses, believe me. God bless.
I have something for your horses.
Really?
Put this in their food a few times a day, in small doses.
I hope it ain't from that hag in the forest. Ah, well, what the hell. Thanks, Henry. Here's something for your efforts. Good luck, then.
Jesus, what have you been up to?
So, I'm here.
Good. Do you know when they'll come?
I know. In 5 days. They should be here at noon. We still have time.
And do you know how many of them there'll be?
There was meant to be an entire company keeping watch, but thanks to me, there won't be so many guards.
Good work.
Did you two find out anything?
Nothing much here, but that doesn't mean we were idle while you were strolling around Talmberg.
Good day, Henry.
I'm the one who has to shift his arse to find answers while you lot are roasting sausages over a campfire.
As if the money wasn't worth it for you. Their chief is strict as hell. I don't reckon he'll reduce their shifts, even if the money does come. If the money does really come at noon, he'll store it somewhere and let the guards from Talmberg protect it. It'll probably be in that hut on the edge of the quarry. I don't reckon all the guards from Talmberg will want to stand around there all day. If we get lucky, some of them will bugger off after a while.
Aye, seems likely. So how do we go about it?
We have to be patient. No shenanigans, even if we have the silver in our reach. Don't let your guard down. And then, we either charge them, or try to do it by stealth.
All right. Now we'll just have to wait until they arrive.
You gonna wait with us?
No. I'll come back after they ride out.
See you later.
Clear off, or you'll be sorry.
I've got the coin.
Good. You can buy me a fucking beer.
No, I mean the coin from the quarry.
Bollocks. Nothing's come to the quarry. We'd know if it did.
And it's not coming, ever.
What? All this watching and waiting's been for nothing? Fuck.
No, you blockhead. I stole the coin before it even left Talmberg.
What? So all this watching and waiting has been for nothing? Ha! Come here and give me a kiss, you sneaky little fucker.
Later. I'll have to get blind drunk first.
So, show us the money.
Here it is.
I can't believe it. We're rich.
That we are.
I'm gonna spend a week in the bathhouse. Fuck it, a month. And every wench in the province will be in there with me.
Good luck then.
I've got that coin.
What? What coin?
The coin they were going to send to the quarry.
Going to? What are you saying? You stole it in Talmberg?
Damn right.
Well, I'll be fucked. So show us the bloody money then.
Here it is.
Holy shit!
A third of it is yours.
Fuck yeah! First we get drunk out of our heads. Let Andrew see what he missed out on. God be with you.
Good day, Henry. Good day.
God be with you.
I know who's behind the robbery.
What? Who the fuck is it?
Andrew, the keeper at the inn in the glade.
Him? How do you know? Do you have any proof?
I overheard something in the alehouse. The money is sure to be locked up somewhere there.
If what you say is true, there'll be hell to pay. I'll tell you that.
So many plots and intrigues, and nothing remains but dead bodies.
What are you doing? Tired of life?
Shit!
You're going to cry now. You call that combat?
Wring your neck, you cur!
Is that all you've got? Is that the best you can do?
You're dead. Gone weak at the knees, have you?
Jesus Christ!
What's the matter?
Who's there?
What? Well, look what's come crawling out from under some rock.
Come and get me. Dear God!
It's here. That Kunesh wasn't lying.
But I know this goblet.
It belongs to Beren. And he's still alive. I saw him in Rattay among the refugees, wearing red as always.
Now what?